So let me ask you this. If lions don't even live in jungles, then why on earth do we still call them the king of the jungle? It's one of those phrases everybody knows, everybody uses. But if you stop for just 2 seconds and think about it, it doesn't really make sense. Lions live in open grasslands and savannas, not dense rainforests filled with parrots and monkeys. Yet somehow, across cultures and history, the lion has been crowned with this royal title. Today, we're going to dive deep into that mystery. We'll explore where the phrase came from, why humans gave lions such a majestic reputation, and whether lions themselves even deserve the crown when you look at the raw biology of the animal kingdom. And trust me, by the end of this, you'll never hear the phrase king of the jungle the same way again. Let's start with appearances, because let's be honest. Looks matter in the animal kingdom, at least when humans are the ones doing the judging. The male lion with that massive golden mane flowing like some kind of regal wig straight out of a Game of Thrones set just looks majestic. That mane isn't just for show either, it's a biological signal. The darker and fuller the mane, the more intimidating and attractive the male lion is to females. It signals health, dominance, and genetic strength. Basically, the lion's mane is the ultimate natural crown. No other big cat has anything like it. Tigers? Nope. Leopards? Nope. Cheetahs? Forget about it. The mane makes lions stand out, and when people throughout history saw it, they couldn't help but associate it with power and royalty. But the King of the Jungle title isn't just about looks, it's about behavior too. Lions are apex predators. They're at the very top of the food chain in Africa. When you've got lions around, every other animal, from antelopes to zebras, stays on high alert. One roar from a lion can travel up to 5 miles away, shaking the ground like a natural thunderclap. Imagine being a zebra grazing peacefully and suddenly hearing that echo across the plains. It's basically nature's version of the boss music kicking in during a video game. That commanding roar is one of the reasons people saw lions as rulers. They don't just live, they announce their presence like royalty making an entrance. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Lions are the only truly social cats. Most big cats are loners. Tigers, leopards, jaguars, they all like to do their own thing. But lions live in prides, which are basically family units. That means lions aren't just strong predators, they're also leaders of groups. The male lions often get all the credit, but it's the lionesses who actually do most of the hunting. That teamwork, that organization is something humans have always respected. We saw that unity and leadership as a mirror of our own societies. A lion isn't just powerful alone, it's powerful as part of a community. That gave rise to the idea of kingship, ruling not just over oneself but over a kingdom. But let's take a step back. Why jungle? Because as I mentioned earlier, lions don't actually live in jungles. Historically, the word jungle in many languages didn't just mean dense rainforest. It was more of a catch-all word for wild, untamed land. To early travelers and writers, Africa's vast savannas and wildernesses counted as jungle too. So when they called lions the king of the jungle, they basically meant king of the wild. It wasn't until later, as English and modern science became more precise, that jungle came to specifically mean dense rainforest. But by then, the phrase had already stuck. Once you've got a catchy title like King of the Jungle, you're not gonna downgrade it to King of the Savannah. Doesn't have the same ring to it, right? And this cultural perception of lions goes way back, thousands of years back. In ancient Egypt, lions were seen as symbols of war and protection. Pharaohs even kept lions as a way of showing off their power. Imagine walking into the palace and seeing a real lion chilling by the throne. That's the ultimate flex. In Mesopotamian mythology, kings were often shown hunting lions, not because lions were common, but because defeating a lion symbolized ultimate strength and dominance. If you could conquer the lion, you proved yourself worthy of ruling. Then there's the Bible, where the lion is constantly used as a metaphor for strength and courage. The Lion of Judah became a symbol of leadership and faith. In medieval Europe, lions showed up everywhere, from coats of arms to royal banners. Kings wanted to be associated with the lion because it sent a message: I am strong, I am brave, and I am the ruler of all. Even today, look at sports teams, national symbols, and logos. The lion is everywhere. It has this timeless appeal as the ultimate emblem of strength. But, hold on a second, are lions really the most powerful animals out there? Biologically speaking, lions have some competition. Tigers, for example, are actually larger and stronger pound for pound. Tigers are incredible hunters, often taking down prey alone that lions would need a whole pride to handle. And then you've got elephants and rhinos, massive creatures that no lion would dare mess with head-on. Even crocodiles can take out a lion if the situation's right. So if this was purely about physical dominance, maybe lions wouldn't deserve the crown after all. So why do they still get it? Because the King of the Jungle title isn't about biology, it's about symbolism. It's about the way humans perceive lions. Their appearance, their behavior, their social structure, and the sound of that earth-shaking roar all combine into something larger than life. And let's be honest, humans love a good story. We want an animal that represents our idea of leadership, power, and majesty. The lion just happens to check every single box. And there's another reason lions hold this royal status. They inspire both fear and respect. People across history didn't just admire lions, they were terrified of them. Ancient hunters would write about the danger of facing lions, and entire communities built stories and myths around their power. That blend of admiration and fear is exactly what makes a ruler feel untouchable. The lion doesn't just live in nature, it dominates it, or at least that's how we've chosen to see it. Now, to sprinkle in a bit of humor here, being king of the jungle isn't always as glamorous as it sounds. Male lions, despite their reputation, spend a lot of their day sleeping. In fact, lions sleep up to 20 hours a day. So technically, the king of the jungle is also the king of napping. Meanwhile, the lionesses are out there doing the hard work, hunting, feeding the pride, raising the cubs. If we were really honest about it, maybe lionesses should get the title. Queens of the Savanna? That sounds about right. And don't forget, male lions aren't exactly unbeatable rulers. A younger, stronger lion can show up and take over a pride, often forcing the previous male out. That's basically a royal coup. Lion society is like Game of Thrones with fur. Constant battles for dominance, shifting alliances, and a lot of drama. So in reality, the crown is always up for grabs. But again, humans love the idea of a stable, majestic king, so we keep giving lions that symbolic role, even if the actual politics of lion prides are way messier. So, as we wrap this up, let's circle back to the big question: why lions and why this title? You know, it's not because they're the biggest or the strongest or even the most efficient hunters out there. It's really because they embody what humans imagine a king should be. Majestic in appearance, commanding in presence, social in structure, and well, feared by all around them. Lions live in a way that, honestly, reflects our own stories about leadership and royalty, so we handed them the crown, even if it's a crown made out of our imagination. So the next time you hear someone say the lion is the king of the jungle, you'll know the truth. It's not really about jungles, and it's not strictly about biology. It's about human culture, history, and symbolism. Lions are kings, not because they asked for it, but because we made them kings in our stories. And that in many ways is more powerful than sheer strength. Now here's my challenge for you. If you had to pick a different animal to be the king of the wild, which one would you choose? Would it be the elephant with its size and wisdom, the tiger with its strength and stealth, or maybe even the honey badger? Because let's be honest, that little creature is fearless. Drop your thoughts and let's debate who really deserves the crown. And with that, we've answered the question of why lions are called the king of the jungle. It's a title born from myth, culture, and human imagination, but one that has lasted for centuries because it feels so right. Whether they're dozing in the sun or roaring across the savannah, lions will probably always hold that place in our minds as rulers of the wild. That, my friends, is the power of storytelling, and the true reason lions wear the crown.